Listen. I know it's only January and it's probably way too early to call it, but listen, y'all. I think Companion might end up in my top 10 best films of 2025. This movie is damn near a masterpiece and I will die on that hill by myself. So, Companion is a brand new science fiction thriller film. The film is directed by Drew Hancock and it stars Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, Megan Suri, Harvey Guillén, and Lucas Gage. A weekend getaway turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was genuinely excited. Like, that teaser trailer was perfect. It literally revealed nothing about the movie. And then they dropped the official trailer just weeks before the official release. And although I love the official trailer, the trailer gave away the big reveal. And that kind of killed my hype for a little, but I was still tuned in for the movie. And then after seeing the movie, the big reveal in the trailer was actually not the big reveal. Turns out there is way more to this movie than what the trailer showed. And I love that because I had no idea where this movie was gonna go. And after an hour and 30 minutes later, this movie pulled it off. From start to finish, I was invested in this film. As the movie goes on, the story gets more crazier and crazier, and the world building becomes way more massive than what we think. Who would have thought that the guy who wrote Fred 3, Camp Fred, would deliver this absolute banger of a sci-fi thriller? Having these two projects on your resume is kind of funny to me. The story was very intriguing and quite engaging. This movie is arguably a sci-fi thriller disguised as a romance film. And with a good story, you have good characters. Anyone that has seen the movie can tell you the best character in this entire movie is Iris. Iris is this companion AI robot that is essentially the girlfriend to Jack Quaid's character. I think his name was Josh. But you see how she just transforms from this obedient servant to this absolute tactical and kick-ass rebel. And even though Iris is an AI robot, she still was relatable. You connected with her, you cared for her, she was humorous, and Sophie Thatcher put on a hell of a performance. And what we love the most about Iris is that she's an AI robot that feels human connections, so you understand her conflict with her decisions and the realization of the situation that she is currently in. Also, Harvey Guillén as EI was absolutely hilarious. In my opinion, he was the comic relief in the entire movie. And all of the other characters are good, but honestly, Iris is the biggest standout. And can I just say, this movie is way funnier than I would have thought. The comedy in this movie is damn near perfect. Now, there are a couple of jokes where it's kind of like, but for the most part, it was a pretty funny movie. Honestly, they could have marketed this as a comedy movie if we're being honest. Funny dialogue, robot-themed puns and quips, and honestly, the idea, the concept of having sex with an AI robot because you can't get any pussy in real life is kind of crazy. But that got me thinking. Y'all think robot pussy go crazy? Listen, I'm just saying, like, it might be good. Hey, he might be onto something, you know what I'm saying? This is a very smart movie. Like, there are so many moments where I thought there was gonna be a shit ton of plot holes, but it turns out the movie kind of filled in those plot holes. If you question a certain thing in regards to Iris's backstory, the movie pretty much answers that. Some would call it a plot convenience, but I will call it playing it smart. And granted, like every other movie, there are some minor plot conveniences. For example, there was a scene where Iris was running away, and it really had me thinking, you know what? If you had done this, the second half of this movie would have never happened. You know what I mean? Like minor stuff like that. There is a lot that they can do with this universe. I want to see more of Iris. I want to see more of this world because honestly, it's really... The more I think on it, the more I realize this is actually kind of terrifying. This movie is kind of a reflection of our reality. Think about it, y'all. You got companies that already have AI girlfriends being rolled out for purchase. If that doesn't scare you, then I don't think you are a human. And I love the way this movie tackled the concept of human connections. We live in an era where the loneliness rate for men and women are at an all-time high. And I feel like as men and women, we need each other now more than ever. We have to come together. Men and women work better together. Instead of bringing men and women together, you're dividing us even more. AI girlfriend robots. Who wants that? Like, that is actually fucking pathetic if you think about it. And in this movie, you see how people become so desperate and eager and hungry for validation, love, acceptance, and attention. And in return, they're only giving out manipulation to the opposing partner. This movie tackles the themes of the desperation for companionship in a very disturbing way. But regardless, if you're not a loser, I think you will love Companion. It's a solid sci-fi thriller with great action, great humor, and surprisingly great heartfelt moments. By far the best film to come out in 2025. So, plugging Companion. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Companion. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Would you ever get an AI robot girlfriend? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.